Hey guys, it's good to be back. Thank you very much for joining us. This is the Good Guys Forum, episode 6. Please enjoy the next episode.
Jorge Cordoba, mucho gusto, Jorge. Bienvenido a The Good Guys Forum. This is very informal. We're here to bullshit. We're here to talk some good stuff. So, let's do it proper. Cheers. Salud. Salud, salud. For our viewers, thank you very much for joining us. If you are live, what's going on? Again, Jorge Cordoba, he's the CEO for Surface. Nanotech-Surface Solutions. There we go. I'm a little camera shy today, guys, so bear with me. Thank you for joining us. I hope everybody's staying out there safe. Jorge and I have been quarantined for the last month together in the same room, so we don't need to use masks. Just getting that out of the way. Jorge, who are you?
Well, I have I don't know who am I, but I guess I have the opportunity to start this company, which focuses on offering a wide variety of certain solutions, just like its name.
Right.
And so we have 4 different product lines that we've been able to launch so far. One of them, which is the one that we have been working together.
Which I believe is the Carbine Plus.
Yeah, well, it's the one for the automotive industry.
Okay.
Which includes this product right here, products that you've been able to test, been able to use.
Yep.
You've been able to use them on your clients' vehicles.
Yep.
Hopefully they've been satisfied with the results.
They have. I think we had a pretty good feedback back and forth since we started this. I'm definitely very interested to have you there. But before we get too far into business, man, let's talk a little about the good things in life. Work is good, but let's talk. So here in the background, guys, we got the old mid-80s or mid-90s Jeep Wrangler that we're doing a correction. This particular car is going to get some of this. We're going to put a layer of this for him and just kind of tease him to see if he'll go with his next vehicle with a full coating. We got the Ducati that just came in. I believe this is a 2018. Let's look at the plate. It says it right there in the back. This is no, actually these are old plates. No new plates in this one. I believe this is a 2017 Ducati. So that's also it for correction, ceramic coating and all that stuff. So we'll probably throw some of your stuff, your sauce on it as well.
Yeah.
Yep.
Excited to see how it turns out.
I was gonna use some of your wheel stuff for those back there, but we decided to go with a different brand, and we're not gonna promote those guys because they're not in the podcast. So anyways, but yeah. What do you do for fun, man? Like I was telling you, I was talking to your Facebook last night, and you travel quite a bit. Where are you from? How did this whole thing start? How did you end up in Austin?
I'm originally from Tampico.
Tampico? Like the Jews?
Like the Jews. People get confused, I guess, with Tampico City Sponge.
Yep.
Florida.
Right.
I believe. But yeah, no, this one's in Mexico, and it's the
real Tampico.
The real Tampico, exactly. It's a city right on the center of the Gulf of Mexico.
Okay.
So if you were to drive straight south from here from Austin along the coast, then it would be right in the center. It's about a 12-hour drive, like probably 600-700 miles south from here. So yeah, I was born there, and then I've had the opportunity of living in different places, different cities, study abroad several times.
Nice.
I've studied abroad in Florence, in Italy, in Nice, in France.
Speak Italian?
Yeah.
Nice.
And Buenos Aires, Bangkok. And
no
then,
shit.
What made me come here to the U.S. in the first place was that right after graduating college, I studied in Monterrey, which is a major city in the northern part of Mexico.
Right.
So right after graduating college, me and a couple of friends decided to open up this bar and nightclub in South Texas.
Every young man's dream.
Exactly. It wasn't a. I mean, I guess it was a good, both financial and just business venture. Yeah, financially it didn't go very well, but I did learn a lot, and so that taught me a lot.
That's the most valuable.
A lot about management, a lot about how businesses are run, things like that. So I was living. This happened in Brownsville, Texas, which is right on the border. South Texas.
Area.
Yep. The RG.
Okay.
And so I was living there. I had this. I was operating this nightclub at that time. This was back in 2011.
2011.
And right after, well, I mean, I still had the club for about a year and a half back then. So right before I realized that I didn't really want to be in that business, like I enjoyed being a client, not really having.
You like the drinking, you don't like the bartending.
Yeah, exactly. I like that more, I guess. So I decided that I didn't want to really be doing that.
You gotta do something that you love, you're passionate about.
So I started a master's degree right before selling that business.
Okay.
And then I did a semester. I finished a semester there in Brownsville, and then I moved to McAllen, which is like an hour, 10 minutes west of Brownsville, also in the border.
For you white folk watching that don't know geography, just kidding.
And so I finished that master's degree there. One of the weekends, I came over here to Austin with a couple of friends for an ACL weekend. And then the rest is history, I guess. I became part of the statistics. So that's what happened.
Came for the music, stay for the drinking.
Yeah, exactly. And right before coming here, I started looking into this sort of products. At one day, I stumbled upon an ad on Facebook, and I found it really interesting. I thought this was back in 2013. So I thought it was really interesting. I thought that it had a lot of potential. I thought it was something that was pretty new at the time.
It was.
And it was really new, and like I
2013, absolutely.
experienced. It was really hard. It was really hard to sell this sort of products to people because they were very skeptical about how something would work if they were not able to see it.
What the hell are you selling there, son? Snake oil for my car?
Exactly. Yeah. So it was hard at the beginning to do that.
It's still hard.
It is.
I'm selling ceramics in town, and
a lot of people still don't. A lot of people still don't know about all the benefits that they.
Yeah,
they
we're
offer.
going to touch into that here in a little while. So absolutely, yeah. It was 2013. That must have been a tough market.
Yep, it was, and that was also part of the reason I decided to move up here because I thought it was. There was a much of a bigger market for this sort of products. Not only the automotive ones, but also the construction ones, industrial ones, especially because of how fast this city has been growing. There's there's construction going on everywhere. There's projects going on everywhere. So
we're going to be working on a project soon.
Yep.
So before you get bored and go look at. By the way, the membership on Pornhub is no longer free, so just stay with us because this is free. Before you get bored, we're going to touch into industrial ceramic coating. We're going to talk a lot about a lot of different cool stuff, so if you're into this kind of stuff, just hang out with us for a few more minutes and we'll get into the juicy stuff here in a little bit. Awesome. So yeah, Austin is in place. That's kind of why we came. We started in Elgin with a car wash. I took a 1-year sabbatical or like get my shit together kind of. And I went to San Marcos, and my idea was to do San Marcos, New Braunfels, all those little towns. But the market is here in Austin, absolutely. Yep. Especially with the industrial uses and all that, like that type of coating. We got this. The audience is arriving late. We have an audience behind cameras, guys. This is a very, very, very famous show, just so you all know. Behind the phone and the GoPro is filled with people. We're trying to keep everybody quiet. So that's how you wound up in Austin. Nanotech and ACL.
Pretty much.
Pretty much.
And yeah, so that's pretty much what happened.
Wife, kids, how old are you? How do you own a bar? You have a master's? And
Yeah, I'm 33. Just got married last year.
still young, man. I remember when I was 33 3 years ago.
Goes by so fast. Man.
It goes by so fast.
Really fast. Yeah. No kids yet, but what else? Yeah, that's it.
At least no quarantine babies.
No.
No quarantine babies.
No, not currently.
I'm waiting for November they're just gonna pump everywhere. Come November, everybody's gonna have brand new babies.
Yeah, exactly.
Brand new babies. Can you ceramic coat a baby? We can
We
try. All right. Hobbies. What do you do for fun other than household ceramic coatings?
Yeah, I like running a lot. I like reading. I like traveling, history.
Okay.
Actually like watching like history shows on Netflix and stuff like that. There's been really good new ones.
Tiger King doesn't count as history.
No, I watched it. It was fun, but yeah, it does not.
It's like, I imagine this is like doing heroin. Like you just one episode and shit, I gotta finish it.
Exactly. Yeah, I binge watched it.
Yeah, me too. I couldn't sleep one night, 11 midnight, whatever. I'm like, I'll watch an episode of this and probably boring, fall asleep.
Yeah.
Next thing I know, it was like 6:30 in the morning. I was grabbing cereal so I could finish the last episode.
Yeah, pretty addictive.
Yeah. Awesome. Un día de estos tenemos que hacer we're gonna switch to Spanish for a few minutes. Bear with us. Don't call ice just yet. Español. Podemos hacerlo en español un día de estos para la audiencia.
Sí.
Para los que hablen, tenemos varias personas que hablan español, lo podemos hacer en español. Jorge aquí es no solamente un invitado de los Good Guys, pero es una parte clave de las amistades y las relaciones públicas que tenemos acá para negocio. O sea que en un día de estos vamos a empezar a hacer los podcasts en español y Jorge va a ser uno de nuestros invitados para que estén pendientes. For all you Spanish speaking people. So let's talk about Nanotech.
Yep.
Ceramic coatings, detailing products.
Yeah.
I have a small fraction of the line but
Yeah, so the automotive product line is the largest one that we have.
Okay.
Only because we started with the nano-based protective coatings first,
okay.
which are silicon dioxide based. Most of them are silicon dioxide based, and we started with those before implementing or incorporating the ceramic coatings, and then the cleaning compounds also.
Mm-hmm.
So we had our line of SiO2 based protective coatings first, and then we decided to add cleaning compounds and also the ceramic coatings as well, just so that you will have much of a more complete product line.
Cool. So when you said SIO, break that down for those of us that are ignorant about the terminology.
Silicon dioxide,
Okay.
also known as SiO2, it's pretty much quartz. That's how we find this compound in nature as quartz.
Right.
So what this coatings or this technology does is that it provides very, very tiny pieces of quartz, which are like nano-based. So
Microscopic.
we're talking about like a nanomolecular level. We're talking about like microscopic quartz pieces that adhere to the surfaces where you apply them, and that's how they create the hydrophobic or water repellent effect. And
Okay.
so they're also able to provide UV ray resistance,
UV ray resistance.
hydrophobicity, which is
Hydrophobicity,
water
right.
repellent properties, and that water repellent properties creates easy to clean properties also. So it helps clean the surfaces cleaner for longer time intervals.
Like a customer might have said, one of the first ceramic coatings I installed years ago, he said, So if my dog keeps pissing on my car, I don't have to wipe it down anymore. Pretty much that's it. If your dog pisses on your car, you don't have to wipe it down. It just beats right off.
Yeah, and one of the differences that I really like to get into is how ceramic coatings are often confused with SiO2 coatings.
Okay.
And this is, I mean, the
Break
ceramic,
it down.
yeah, the ceramic coatings actually create a thicker layer
Okay.
on the treated surface, which often increases its hardness level as well.
Okay.
So that if you were to apply a ceramic coating on this car and then your dog pisses on it, then that extra layer on top of the clear coat of the automotive surface would protect it from this kinds of
Right. It puts
stressors.
It puts a layer of protection in
Yep.
between the elements, life, your dog,
Mhm.
whatever, and the actual clear coat, which is what protects the paint that is underneath. That is
Exactly.
what everybody's like, oh, my paint is so beautiful.
Yeah.
All paint jobs are beautiful. What protects those paint jobs is the clear coat that goes on top of it.
Mhm.
And that clear coat gets damaged over time with the elements, maintenance, blah, 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 blah. And to prevent that from wearing down, you apply the ceramic coating. And not only it protects, but it also has gloss enhancement
Exactly.
properties.
Uh-huh.
Like you said, UV ray resistant, so it does preserve your paint job for longer periods of time, especially when you live in hell like
Yeah, exactly.
Texas
Definitely.
summer.
Summer, exactly. Uh-huh.
Which it must be something wrong with me because I can't do winter in Texas, but I can do summer in Texas, no problem.
Yeah.
Anything above 100 degrees, I'm home.
Good, yeah.
So, anyways, so that's the difference of those coatings. Now, in my experience, a lot of customers think that ceramic coating is going to protect their car from, if they get in a wreck, the other car is just going to get destroyed and their car is going to stay intact, which is an ignorant thing, but I guess one of the biggest reasons why I was really interested in having you here as well is to bring education to the public, not from the guy that is selling
Yeah.
the ceramic coatings, because I can promise you the world, and at the end of the day, I'm a salesman.
Yeah.
But when it comes from the person that is creating the product, it's a little bit of a different story because that's what you do. That's your expertise. So,
Yeah,
how would you break it down for somebody that right now is kind of on the fence of, man, should I just do a wax or should I invest into the ceramic coat?
So yeah, back to like the benefits.
The
of
benefits.
ceramic coating, yeah. So it will increase the surface's hardness once you apply it. It enhances the color of the surface where you apply it also.
Yep.
It seals the crevices and micropores that automotive paint has.
Right.
So it's able to create a smooth surface, and that's why whenever you pour water on it, you
Shits off.
yeah, exactly. It just beats and slides right off.
I'm gonna put a timeout on that just to kind of throw a little bit extra info in there. So when a lot of people are like, hey, I just bought a car, I want a ceramic coating.
Yep.
And I'll tell them it needs to be corrected. Oh, but it's brand new paint.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't know that if you were to look at the clear coat of a brand new painted vehicle, like you bring it up, you see dips that are like that, just like serrated.
Yep.
You put your hand on it and it feels super slick and smooth, but when you actually look at the surface properly, it's serrated, it's jagged, it's got peaks and high points and low points. So when you polish that off, you get an even surface that actually makes the adherence process a lot more successful, and
Yep.
it actually the longevity of the ceramic coating lasts longer and it looks a lot better.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of people will ask me like, no, I just want you to put the ceramic coating in, that's it.
Yeah.
But there is a lot more that goes into it, why we prep the surface. It's not that we're just upselling,
Yeah.
there is actually a process that needs to take place for that. So a lot of people will be like, well, how come my ceramic didn't last? I have a customer that actually had his car down somewhere else, and a 3-year coating maybe lasted him a year, maybe. And he's wondering, like, what happened?
Yeah.
Well, did they correct it? No, they just applied it.
Yeah.
What kind of maintenance? So there's a lot of things that come into that, and that surface is specifically before you apply the coating is super important that it's properly cleaned, what we call prepped.
Yeah.
That is properly prepped. It's I like to tell people it's kind of like putting clean clothes on and not taking a shower for a month. Like nice suit, but you still smell like shit.
Yep. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And yeah, I mean, just ask if you were doing the floor.
Yeah, that's the next thing.
You would need to still open up the pores and before applying the coating. Otherwise, you're just putting it on top of it, and then you're not making sure that the surface is properly pressed and that it bonds properly. Yeah, so it'll look fine for a couple of weeks, I guess, and then it'll eventually wear off. Same thing with cars. Yeah. So that's surface preparation, paint correction also, because also like most of the times, we all know most of the times, but a lot of times, even when you get a car out of a dealership, they'll still have scratches and swirls and things like that. So if you apply the ceramic coating on top of that, she's gonna lock that in.
Exactly. So I'm glad that we were able to clear that, because I tell people that on the daily basis, and they're like, some people look at you like, is he just trying to sell me on an extra $700 correction? Yes, we order corrections to start at $700. Period. It takes Andrew a lot of work.
Yeah.
I don't do that anymore. I do.
Yeah. No, but it's crucial.
It is. It's extremely important. The preparation of the surface is extremely important to be able to make that. It's what I like to tell people is, for me to be able to make a promise, I have to be able to make sure that I'm going to be able to fulfill that.
Exactly.
So when I'm telling you what I'm going to install is going to last several years, that's a promise that I'm making to the customer. And if I don't prep that surface, it's going to happen just what happens with this other guy that I detailed his car. And it's like, well, it only lasted like a year, and I paid him thinking that it was going to last me 3-5 years. Yeah. But the preparation wasn't done there, so.
Yeah. And then you also have to be careful about what kind of maintenance you're giving it. If you're driving them to one of those gas station car washes, and that's also going to make the coating wear out.
I'm going to take this time to talk to people about phosphorus acid solution.
Okay.
Have you heard what it does? So car washes. I used to own a car wash. It's a penny game. All that foam that you see in your car when you drive it to the tunnel and it looks like bubbles just on top of your car, that's phosphorus acid solution. If you had a white car and you see little tiny like rust dots on it, and it's been driven through those car washes, that's what causes it, because it eats through the clear coat, it eats through the paint. It's phosphorus, it's an acid. And even though it gets rinsed off, it leaves residue if you don't clean the surface, if you don't wipe down your car properly after it's washed, it goes to the tunnel and all that. It's going to build and it gets dust. I used to have a Chrysler that had that, and it's exactly what happened.
Yeah.
So phosphorus solution, it creates, when it comes in contact with, I believe it's oxygen or water, one of the two. I can't remember right now, I don't do science, but it creates a lot of foam. It looks like it's a lot of suds, and in reality what it's eating away your clear coat. That thing that actually protects your car is being eaten away. So if you get ceramic coating and you run it through a tunnel once a week, and you're out of ceramic coating in a few months,
that's the reason.
That's the reason. If you hand wash, you take proper care of your vehicle. I've heard of people having ceramic coatings that are half-assed installed but properly maintained for years. So there's a lot of benefits to the product.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's talk a little bit about the commercial or the industrial use. So we're currently looking at working on a project in the backyard. You want to kind of explain the process that is taking place there, what's going on with that, and then what will take place once we go and apply this.
Sure. So this backyard, it's a pool area.
Yep.
And the owner's not happy with the results of the stone sealer they're using because it looks really nice right after it gets applied. But
Yep.
the thing is, it only lasts how long? Like 2 weeks, 3 weeks?
So yeah, what he says is they'll come and recoat or reseal whatever it is,
Yeah.
and it will look nice for 2 to 3 weeks. Dust will get on it, and it just looks dull the rest of the year.
Mhm.
So what his ask was, I want something that is going to be able to be applied, and my shit's going to look clean or look nice when I clean it. Because even though he mops it or whatever, it just looks dull and dirty and
Yeah.
like what you saw.
So we're applying this. It's an industrial coating. It's 2-component coating. We've had really good results on industrial and commercial applications, and we think that this is going to solve the problem for this client because after prepping the surface, after prepping the floor, and making sure that the other sealer is not there anymore, we're going to apply on top of it, and then it's going to molecularly bond to it. And due to the coating's resistance, it'll withstand any sort of abrasion, any sort of humidity, any sort of dirt that falls on it. Will just be able to be rinsed off, and it won't affect it at all. So we've used it on manufacturing facility floors. We've used it on industrial vehicles. Like cement mixers, for example.
Cement mixers?
You know how they have a lot of issues with like the
Yes.
cement just sticking to it.
Yep.
And what they usually do is they apply a polyurethane coat, and then
Okay.
they wash it, and then most of the time, like they use acid to wash that off,
Right.
the cement residue. So that obviously eats through that polyurethane coat. Considering that polyurethane is not even that strong in the first place, so
It's
it'll just
not.
like eat through it, and then they have issues where it starts yellowing. So that's another thing that this coating won't do. It won't yellow over time.
Yeah, when yellow over time.
UV rays won't affect it at all, so it'll just create a much more resistant, better looking surface. We've used it, we've used this coating to preserve murals on exterior buildings here throughout the city, and it also works really well.
So you can apply ceramic coating just about anything.
Pretty much.
Pretty
It just
much.
depends. Yeah, I mean, it just depends on, the kind of, like this product, for example, creates a much thicker layer than a ceramic coating that you would use on a vehicle.
Yep.
Only because of, you wouldn't want something really thick to be on your automotive paint.
Right. So you can also do fabric. Like I
Yes.
said, you can coat just about
Yep.
anything. I've done my skydiving backpack rig.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I coated that with fabric. Worked out great. I've done some like skydiving suits, tennis shoes.
Yep.
Uh,
I mean, carpets, rugs, drapes, curtains.
Alcantara and like high-end cars and whatnot.
Yeah.
Actually, a few months ago, maybe more than that, there was a Porsche that the guy spilled a Coke, not much, just a little bit of Coke on his Porsche, and just to test, I had coated his seats and his floor in the passenger seat.
Mm-hmm.
And he spilled, he caught me freaking out. And I was kind of giggling inside because I know what I've done. I didn't tell him, but I've done that.
Yeah.
He's like, dude, come and clean. I just spilled some Coke. I need you here right now. I'm like, just run a towel on it and I'll be there tomorrow, the day after. I'm busy, whatever.
Yeah.
And he was like, oh my God, it didn't stain it.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, those Porsches are really, really good.
Yeah, exactly. So that's the.
It saves a lot of things.
And that's the kind of technology that the coatings provide. You'll get that hydrophobic or water repellent effect.
Yep.
And you can just use it on pretty much our product line includes products or coatings that can be applied to pretty much any material that you can
Any
think
surface.
of. So that's the main benefit, I guess, that it won't allow any liquids to penetrate, but they're still breathable.
Okay, so tell me about this angle. A lot of coatings are like, it's got a 110 angle, it's got a whatever angle. Educate me.
whenever whenever the coating is applied on the surface, it actually increases the contact angle, and that's what makes liquids and other
The
that's what creates hydrophobicity.
Yep.
So yeah, the contact angle is increased, and instead of having something like, I don't know, contact angle this way, which
Right.
would make water drops just like stay there, it's able, like, it looks something like this, and then it's able to just
It's
like,
kind of like a ledge. It's what I like to tell
Smoothens it
people.
out.
Oh, I explained it to a guy that also enjoys climbing, and he was asking about coatings. And it's exactly as if you have a grip that you can throw, just the tip of your fingers around, you can get to the next ledge.
Mhm.
But if you have something that you have no grip at all,
Yep.
you have nowhere to grab from because of the angle. You're just gonna slip right off. And
Yeah.
ceramic coating is the exact same thing. It's just at a microscopic level that you can't really see with the naked eye.
Yeah, exactly.
But
So yeah, we're talking about like a nanometer is 1/1000th of a meter.
1/100000th of a meter.
So yeah, so we're talking about very, 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 very tiny particles that are able to bond to any sort of material where you apply them, and then they're able to create this, increase in the contact angle, and that's what makes liquid, even like a water drop, is too big to actually penetrate this very tiny pyramid-looking shapes
Yep.
that are created.
So what's funny is that many years ago, after when I graduated high school, I graduated with a scholarship to go to school, and at the time, nanotechnology was revolutionary, and I wanted to, my idea was go work for Apple and invent the very next nanotechnology,
Mhm.
work on the next nanotechnology. So I got very, very early on, I got educated on different levels of nanotechnology and nano adherent and nano this and nano that, nanomolecular level applications, and come to find out a decade plus later,
Yeah.
I'm over here hustling nanotechnology anyways.
Yeah.
I gave up college, but I'm still pushing.
Good.
So I find that very, very interesting that when I graduated high school, which is right now, there's a lot of people going through that right now. My little brother is graduating today in Mexico, but it's what do you want to do? I want to be going to nanotechnology. I want to create, I don't know, some chip that is gonna either heal the world, end the world, one of the two.
Yeah. And I mean, it's a really broad subject.
Spectrum, yeah.
And we're only dealing with coatings here.
Yep.
But yeah, it's definitely a very interesting technology.
I've seen people coat Rolexes. I've seen people put coating on walls. I forgot what city it is, but I think it's somewhere in California. They're putting it on the bridges so they can't be graffitied, or if they get graffiti, literally it's just come and pressure wash it off.
Yeah, so that's how. Yeah, we have an anti-graffiti coating as well.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah, and so.
Oh yeah, I think I've seen you on Instagram.
We're working with Parks and Rec.
Oh, nice.
We just had this coating installed at it's called the Alliance Children Playground, which
Alliance Children Playground.
It's right there in Barton Springs, right next to the Palmer Event Center. They're still, I think it's still undergoing the final steps of construction.
By the Alliance Children thing
In Barton Springs.
go tag something and go test this ceramic coating.
Yeah. I don't think the city would like that, but yeah, so what it does
You
is
didn't hear it from me.
it doesn't really adhere to the treated surfaces, so you're just able to use some water and a wet rag and then just wipe it off.
Yep. Awesome. Let me see what else I got here. So yeah, that's, I don't know, you want to add anything else to the ceramic coating conversation part?
No, I mean, I think we're definitely.
If you were to tell somebody that just walked in here, has never heard about ceramic coating, and you could break it down into a 15-second pitch, what would you say about why should somebody use ceramic coating?
They've already invested so much in their vehicle. It's probably one of their most valuable assets. Might as well preserve the original appearance, like the light new appearance, for as long as you can. There's a lot of environmental aggressors out there, and you never know what's gonna happen, like bird droppings, UV rays, things like that happen.
Shit happens, people.
Yep, exactly. Literally shit happens.
Shit happens, people. Get it coated.
Yeah, exactly. You should just protect it. I mean, you've already invested so much, might as well take care of it.
Yep. As far as cars, are you more into fast cars, luxury cars? If you were to, like, right now, I'm gonna go get the car of my dreams, what would it be, Jorge?
It's a good question.
Good question.
Fast
or luxury?
Probably luxury.
Yeah.
More luxury.
So something more in the the European, AMG, BMW.
Yeah, I really like the Audis.
Audis?
Yeah, Audi.
Nice.
I think Audi is my favorite
Nice.
brand.
Rolls Royce, man, those fucking Phantoms
Yeah.
are. If you want to talk about, if you were to tell the people out there anything, young people, old people, what would your message to the world be? If you're a visitor from another planet.
Follow your dreams, I guess, and.
Hey guys, thank you very much for tuning in. We ran into a little bit of technical difficulties there towards the end, but that's about it. We appreciate having Jorge from Nanotech-Surface Solutions over to talk to us. It was a great time. We enjoyed the beers, and most of all, we gained a lot of information. Stay tuned for our next episode. We were going to be discussing ceramic coatings even further with a professional installer. Thank you very much. Make sure you hit the like button, make sure you hit the subscribe button so you can check out our next video, and thank you very much. You guys have a wonderful rest of your week.